Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Smithers. Thank you very much for the opportunity of meeting with me again. I understand that you've been through our pre-listing kit. Also, you've been through my appraisal, and you've obviously understood the listing presentation that we went through during our last visit. And you've got some more questions. First of all, thank you very much for sending them through ahead of time, which gives me the opportunity to be prepared for our meeting today. The questions that you put forward are really relevant and I think really very valuable to you. What I want to do today is just touch base on what those questions are and go into depth as to the answers for them. But again, I'd like to thank you for them because it's my intention that you're fully informed before we do move forward and you're 100% confident in our services before we do move forward. So let's take a few minutes and we'll just walk you through the questions and also the answers. So there are three questions that you were concerned with that you sent through to me. And if there's any additional ones, please feel free to stop me at any point, ask anything additional. I want you to be 100% confident in our ability to proceed from this point on. So you wanted to know what is market value. You also wanted to clarify why I've provided you with the selling price range as opposed to a specific price as part of my appraisal. And you also wanted to know why we'd be adding you to our client database. So let's start at the top. What is market value? So basically, market value is my educated opinion on what the property is worth in a competitive market. Now, there are a number of aspects or features that will contribute to this. So that is features and benefits of the property, like how many bathrooms, toilets, land size the property has. Also, supply and demand. So that's what's on the market at the moment. Is there a is there a glut of properties on the market? Is there a lot of properties on the market that may affect the supply and demand in the market at the moment? And also historical data. We use what's sold in the market previous of properties that are specific and comparable with yours to help give us an idea going forward of what your property may be worth. And that's what sort of makes the backbone of market value. Clarifying why we've provided you with a sale price range as opposed to a specific price. So there's a couple of reasons why we do this. My job is to be honest with you and to give you a complete understanding of what we may be looking at when going forward with a sale. So that's the positive and the negative side. I want you to not, I suppose, put this sale down and pigeonhole us to a specific price that we can determine, I suppose, success or failure based on a specific price. What we want to do is put together a price bracket where we can say if the market is a little soft at that time, if we miss the market, if our marketing is not on point, then we may be looking at the lower end of the bracket. So you're informed and you truly understand going in where we could be, dependent on a number of factors. On the converse side, on the other side of that, the top end of the bracket is something that we need to be aware of and you need to be prepared for. So if we are able to market correctly, if we are able to stage the property correctly, and we hit the market at the right time, then we should be able to walk out at the higher end of the bracket. But it's all about giving you the complete and overall picture and understanding of what it actually means and what you should be looking at so you're 100% prepared. In terms of adding you to our database, now we've discussed a couple of things in previous meetings, and that is if we are successful in selling your home, you may potentially be interested in us helping you find your next home. And adding you to the database is simply a way of us keeping you up to date with the latest information through our agency. So you'll be able to see properties as soon as they come onto the market, as soon as we've listed them, the information will come through to you. Now, I want you to rest assured that your information will be kept private, will not be passed on to any third parties. We use it in-house only to provide you with information that we think might be most relevant to you. Now, excuse me, I hope that we've covered off on everything. I hope that the answers to those questions have been met for you, and I've done my very best to build into you the confidence to move forward. Now's the exciting time, I feel. Let's look at working together right now. We'll take the next step, and we'll go through and complete the listing authority, and we'll get on with the business of selling your home.